Smartphone prices have skyrocketed consistently for a few years, but OnePlus was one of the few exceptions to that rule. That has changed though with the OnePlus 8, which doesn't offer the same value, but has familiar trade-offs, just now in a higher price tag. Let's find out why. Thanks for watching 9to5Google on YouTube. Remember to thumbs up, hit subscribe and enable notifications with the bell icon to be among the first to watch our upcoming videos. So the OnePlus 8 is the supposed compact model in the 8 series from OnePlus, and while it's smaller than the Pro, it's still a heck of a lot of smartphone with a 6.55-inch display in a tall 20:9 aspect ratio. Only the width feels particularly compact in the hand, we have to say. There's no denying just how well though it's been designed, as OnePlus has really improved steadily with each release. The finishes of the Interstellar Glow and Glacial Green model here are particularly eye-catching, but I'm personally fond of the matte finish over the Interstellar option. It's a fantastic phone in the hand thanks to the merging of the design language, but the curved display might not be too welcome by some, but we'll talk about that more later on. One thing to note though is that if you do pick this device up unlocked, it won't come with an IP rating. But from a carrier, it comes with an IP68 rating, which is odd considering that the hardware is identical, but of course that means if water resistant matters to you quite a lot, you might want to go to a carrier and pick this device up from them directly. So the internals are as good as there ever has been, and there's no denying the software hasn't changed all too much. It is Oxygen OS as you know it, with a few little tweaks on top. It's still the most immediately snappy experience we've had, but Oxygen OS 10.5 still hasn't added a dark mode toggle, instead it's buried in the theming section, which is still quite frustrating. There are some other new tweaks too, including the dark mode 2.0, which themes apps that don't have proper dark modes. It's found in the OnePlus laboratory section though, and of course on top of that it has some frustrations with only working with a few select apps, all of which do tend to have dark modes already, rendering the entire edition a little bit pointless. The cut and dry here is that Oxygen OS still remains excellent, and it is benefited immensely by that 90Hz AMOLED panel, which may be curved but has a mainly flat workable surface area. It's a good looking panel with solid colours and decent brightness, and we must admit the punch hole notch doesn't detract from that too much, and in my opinion is far better than a dewdrop notch. Without the power-hungry 120Hz QHD Plus display found on its bigger Pro brethren, the increase to a 4300 mAh battery really helps the longevity of the OnePlus 8. Even with the display brightness set at 70%, and with some heavy-ish usage, 6 to 7 hours of screen on time are a piece of cake. It's still disappointing though that we don't get wireless charging, as that is only on the Pro model, but the Warp charger tops up the phone in super quick fashion, so it's difficult to complain too much. The lack of wireless charging is added to the camera as a typical corner-cutting aspect of the OnePlus 8. It still has a solid camera, it's not poor, nor is it spectacular. The weirdest design decision though is to offer a less comprehensive camera setup over the 7T. Ditching the telephoto zoom lens for a macro shooter is confusing, but overall the OnePlus 8 comes with an acceptable camera, but of course there are phones in and around the same price bracket that offer substantially better camera performance. To us though, the biggest problem with the OnePlus 8 is its pricing and its older sibling the OnePlus 7T. Yes, you do get the latest internals, but the cost of 5G as part and parcel of the Snapdragon 865 chipset really adds a premium that doesn't seem necessary. 5G adds a substantial bump to the entry price, and without the coverage to justify the extra costs. With that in mind, if you must get a OnePlus phone right now and you don't want the Pro, we still actually think the 7T is a better overall purchase, with a marginally better camera and superior price, unless you simply must have the latest chipset and 5G connectivity. To add, we'll also have the OnePlus 8 review up in the coming days, but by all means if you have any questions about the OnePlus 8 then slap them down in the comment section below. But until next time, this is Damien with 9to5Google saying thanks again for watching, and I will speak to you later.